that's in this room could get together afterwards, we could fix everything wrong in this town, I think. So you might want to think about doing that. Alan has got something. I was talking to John Edwards this morning at breakfast down at the Edwardian, and there's just something about this town. I live in Alabama, but there's something about this town that is just, you fall in love with it. So keep that going, and mayor and judge, keep getting things fixed and get this town back where it needs to be. And I know you can do it. And we almost lost a hospital, but we didn't lose the hospital thanks to the guy standing next to me. He may be an Ole Miss grad, but I still like him. Quinton Whitwell and his company, Progressive Health Group, they bought Helena Regional. They're taking it over. They're working with the city, as you know, to acquire the land and the buildings as well. And I think that's great. And what he's got planned for this hospital and where we're gonna go with it in the future is gonna make the community even stronger. And I don't know, where is John Edwards? He was here. But anyway, he told me when I first came, he said there's 5 things about a community that makes it strong. And it's schools, it's colleges, it's utilities, it's the river, and it's hospitals. And I think there's a lot of truth to that, and we've got all of those here, so we need to protect it and move forward. And with that, Quinton Whitwell, the CEO, owner of Progressive Health Group out of Oxford, is now the owner, and my last official duty is I'm giving you the keys.
Well, I want to thank Bob for what he has done, not only here, not only for his 3 months, quote unquote, but also his career. And I know his last little stint's going to be in Forest City, which is right down the road, so we'll work together there. But I also want to thank him and Quorum for this transition. When, you know, I'm just a small town country lawyer, okay? I was practicing law, and then I got asked to start walking the halls of state capitals for a number of people over the years, and did what they call lobbying. And there was an old lobbyist one day that told me, he said, "Quinton, one day you're gonna learn how to lobby for yourself. Quit taking fees to make somebody else a dollar and change the laws." And so I found a passion in rural healthcare, and that's where I landed. And I got my start with Dr. Kenneth Williams in Holly Springs, Mississippi. That hospital he's owned for 25 years, and it's kind of caught right between Oxford and Olive Branch, and it's had a lot of challenges, but we've been able to make things work there. But it wasn't until we were asked to come to Batesville, Mississippi, where a hospital was in bankruptcy, losing $8 million a year, and I made the decision to acquire it, but then ended up accidentally in the C-suite as the CEO administrator, and introduced 21 new lines of service in 36 months, and took it from a negative $8 million to a positive $5.1 million EBITDA that I figured maybe I might have a hand in helping rural healthcare in other places. And I can just tell you this, the experience that I've gained understanding how to work in communities. I've been an elected official at the local level. I've walked the halls of capitals, and I know rules and regulations in the law. Those things have helped us to make rural healthcare work, because the federal government isn't trying to close 600 hospitals, but they're doing a damn good job of it, okay? And that's just an honest fact because of the way that the laws are crafted at a disadvantage to these rural communities. But every now and then, once they see a problem, they'll try to make a small little fix here and there. And so instead of us having a comprehensive approach of fixing rural healthcare, there are what I call little breadcrumbs. It's the Hansel and Gretel model. You're lost in the woods, but you can find your way back home if you just follow all the breadcrumbs back, okay? And so, and because I like to mix metaphors, I say, and then we try to stay away from the big bad wolf, okay? So, so that's kind of where it started, but then it also, I learned when I started being in a leadership role as a CEO, that the skills I learned going back into high school when I was a quarterback of, you can't demand respect, you have to earn it, and if you're gonna lead a team, you have to know your X's and your O's, and you have to also have fun while you do things. You can't, nobody wants to hang out with somebody that's no fun. And so leadership and culture, to me, are 80%, if not more, of what makes a hospital work and the teamwork around it. And I'm so impressed with the team that is here, and also the fact that many of the folks here over the last few months have already started working with some of our folks in Panola and equipment, so that we can be a team collectively as Progressive. And then finally, just from just splitting off both the global perspective of Progressive and the local side here. Sitting here today, we manage and are working in hospitals in 5 states in the Southeast, and we're very excited to do that. But kind of from a regional standpoint of what we're creating here, we've got Helena, of course, and then Marks, that we reopened as a critical access after having been closed for 5 years, and then Panola, which is also REH, and then Houston, Mississippi, which we acquired on Tuesday, as if we didn't have enough to do. And this is gonna be REH, and then Holly Springs, which is also REH. So you got 5 hospitals within 2.5 hours of each other, kind of stringing along from the Mississippi Delta to the northern hills of Mississippi, to Arkansas Delta. And I do expect we will grow, but those 5 hospitals, we're going to make sure that we're working hand in glove together. There are people in this room that have been working solely for Helena that will work for all 5 of those, and there are people in Panola that will do the same. And then some of us will maintain our roles here, or we may change up some of our duties. But it's like I told everybody here today, if you made it through Bob's cuts, you've made it through our transition, and we're glad to have you, and you're part of our team and part of our family moving forward. But locally, I want to add something to what Bob said. There are towns that bring a magic to it. I believe Oxford, Mississippi is one of those towns in a very unique way, from an SEC college sports kind of way, and the fact that it has a beautiful town square and this, that, and the other. But Helena is like that to me. For the first time I ever came here, everyone's had completely open arms. I was greeted not like an outsider, but like a friend, like a neighbor. I've seen what you have, and I've seen what you can have. And I would just encourage us all today, as we have a chance to celebrate the renewal of healthcare in Phillips County, to dig deep amongst yourselves, and also to recognize that what you see every day may not really be what it is. It can be something greater. It can be magical. It can catch fire to a point where people are saying, you won't believe what these people figured out. Because right now you're faced with challenges. Trust me, I've sat on the Jackson, Mississippi City Council, okay? I know what challenges are. But they can be accomplished. It takes putting our mind to it. It takes having a can-do spirit. It takes putting aside our egos, putting aside our own personal desires, and being a part of something greater. We have visitors in town that can do great things for us. We're here to dig into this community. The rural emergency hospital model has allowed us to protect the important things that are critical to this community, maintain 24-hour coverage of services, but also will give us a chance to exponentially grow into outpatient services. And so I just want you to know that I have provided my commitment. They didn't make me sign the bank documents in blood, but they pretty much did. But also, I'm very thankful to Partners Bank. I'm very thankful to Southern Bancorp. I'm very thankful to the judge. I'm thankful to the mayor. I'm just thankful that all of us can get together and support one another and do something that's rarely done. And I just encourage us to just take today to make it a stick in the sand moment of we're gonna make a difference and we're gonna make it together. And I'm here for y'all, and I won't be here every single day, but I will be here a lot. And my cell phone is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whether by email or text or phone. And I just ask you to do me one favor before you leave, beside all of the motivational dreams and aspirations I have asked you to do. Please eat all of this stuff, okay? And get you some refreshment. And enjoy our hospital, and feel free to walk around and and see what we have, and please interact amongst each other. Thank you, and God bless you.
Good job, good job.
Oh, yeah, well, you look familiar.
He just had some good blurbs, so wanted to kind
Just